You know, last season, LeBron James passed the great Kobe Bryant for third all-time in career scoring. The two names ahead of him, Karl Malone, and at the top, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's record-setting mark. LeBron said, quote, "I'd be lying if I said I don't see it. Whatever happens, happens, but I do see it."
That would be something. Thanks, Allie. So a look at our starters for the Heat. Robinson at the 2 with Butler at the 3. Trevor Ariza out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Oladipo in at the point guard position. And for the Lakers, LeBron is the 3 with Davis in at the 4. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Drummond in at the center position. Well, Grant, these teams boast quality.
What's up?
As a starter, what's it like having a great bench behind you?
Having depth in the NBA
is everything. First of all, having a great bench, you have productive practices where you continue to push each other throughout the season. But most importantly, the season, the wear and tear as a result of 82 games, having a bench can help you win games and save you and only enhance your efforts and your performance throughout the season. So teams that have a chance for great success.
On target from range. Shooting confidently from long range. Schroeder with a great balance on that shot. Oladipo outside. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Pass to Schroeder. And that's out of bounds.
Hello, Jacob.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Adebayo against Drummond. Here's James. Drummond with the screen. James, that's good.
Wow, LeBron James is still scoring at an elite level, scoring 25 or more points in 16 straight seasons now. That level of consistency and dominance is unheard of.
And it's the Heat with the ball. After the Lakers picking up the basket just moments ago, out of bounds, the Lakers will take it. You know, with LeBron scoring 25 points per game for 16 seasons, no other player comes close to that amount, Skinny.
Kobe Bryant and Karl Malone are second with a dozen seasons each. Even the scoring champ Kareem had only 10 seasons of 25 points or more. LeBron James is truly in a class by himself.
Now here's Oladipo. And here's Davis. Schroeder. Here's Caldwell-Pope. James passes to Schroeder. That shot, no good. Good D by Adebayo. Now here's Oladipo. Outside Butler. And there's the lob. Tried to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it.
Got a phone charger.
Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to James. Over Oladipo. And there's James on the assist from Schroeder.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over.
And think about this, BA. You look at the pressure and hype surrounding LeBron James during his entire career, and he's lived up to it in every step of the way. One of the best, if not the best, since his rookie year until now.
A little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Oladipo finds Butler. To stop the run. The Lakers with a rebound. James outside. From about 16, Adebayo grabs a board.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Oladipo outside. Pass to Butler. Shoots over Schroeder. Butler can't get it to go.
I mean, just a tough start. Missing their first 5 shots.
Here's James. Robinson defending. And that one's good. James has got 6.
Taking advantage of what's there. LeBron reads the situation correctly.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Now here's Oladipo. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. On offense, here are the Lakers. Right now on a 9-0 run. James outside. Over Robinson. James passes to Davis. Just 2 to shoot. The 3. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Carroll's checked in for Drummond. Kuzma comes in for Anthony Davis. Matthews, he's checked in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Caruso in for Schroeder. The Heat have gone 0 for 6 from the floor. Shaky start. 1:27 left to play in the first. Adebayo finds one.
Hey, what up?
Over James. A shot by Butler. No good.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Now James.
Dunking on him.
Slam dunk by James.
They've been very effective
Come on,
so
James.
far. A balanced attack at its best.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
Iguodala's checked in for Miami.
Looking now for some consistency. Just too many missed shots.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
Now here's Dragic. Into the lane. Got to stop the drum. And it's good on the lay-in.
You know, going Dragic has a tight handle. Really allows him to get anywhere on the court he needs to be.
Pass to Matthews. Back to James. seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Lets it go from deep. Matthews' shot is good.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Hero with it. Harrell picks him up.
Hey nephew.
So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Off the view, that's just a shooter. Tyler Hero can score, though, in a variety of ways, which makes him very difficult to defend.
The first free throw is good.
You can easily understand on that play why many are excited by Tyler Hero. The kid's potential is impressive.
And so he makes both from the line. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from distance to begin this one. James with the ball.
Come on, LeBron.
Again, the Lakers score.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Play calling has been fantastic. They've been a step ahead of the defense since the opening tip.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. The Lakers on top, they lead by 12. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after the break. And we spoke with Jimmy Butler not long ago about his teammates.
These guys work so hard, and they're young and they're professional with it. That you're planting that seed early, so they can only get better, and they're learning and they're gaining confidence because they're playing so well. So with me being here with these guys, we're special.
Well, it sounds like Butler has found his happy place.
Classic John, don't let LeBron lead the game in the middle of the game low.
Don't let LeBron lead the
System
game.
that
I won't.
maximizes your ability.
LeBron got it.
Playing some of the best ball in his life.
Woo,
And
LeBron.
around him better.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
But simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Yes, you know this, GA. Back in our day, any day really. If you don't block out somebody, you will sit down.
Setting the floor for the Heat. They've got Gordon
LeBron scored already, man.
Robinson is out there with Trevor Ariza. Then there's Victor Oladipo, and it's Dedmon in at the 5. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Montrezl Harrell, a second-round pick in 2015. His motor has overcome any lack of size. He said, quote, "I'm not someone who shies away from contact or tries to make the game free. I have the mindset of being a dog. I put myself up against anybody there is. I don't care
LeBron got him.
Guys, no fear there."
Well, you gotta like that attitude, Allie. Thanks. That confidence is such a huge part of success. So which coaches do you think do the best job instilling that in their players, Grant?
You know, I believe that coaches that are engaged with their players, who understand who their players are, the coaches who've taken the time to know their players are the ones who can instill the most confidence. Part of it is just understanding who you're dealing with and what that player needs to be successful. Every player is different, and I strongly believe that the good coaches, the great coaches, understand how to connect and get the most out of the players they have.
The great coaches have always been the best psychologists. And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Lakers able to keep the possession. Nuns checked in for Robinson. Miami on D. It's a 16-point game. Here's Schroeder. Shot no good. Good D by Nunn. And the Heat with possession. Nothing on offense from them yet in the second quarter. Outside Butler. 6 on the shot clock. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one.
You see the instincts of Butler on plays like this. Understands how and where to get his shots.
Schroeder passes to Drummond. Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. Here's Oladipo. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Count that bucket.
So resourceful. When Oladipo's looking for any opening, he puts in a lot of effort on offense.
And here's Schroeder. Davis with a screen on Nunn. And here's Schroeder outside. That shot missing. The Heat have got 2 or 3 shots to go in the second. Now here's Nunn. And he drives in. And he ducks it down.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Or cleared the path, put him in position for a prime time dunk.
That's a big time move and a big time finish.
Here's Horton Tucker. The Heat making their last shot. Pass to Caldwell Pope. There's the triple. Doesn't go that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Nunn against Drummond. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Now Schroeder. Davis down low, and that one drops.
The jump shot has become natural for Anthony Davis, which has helped him build out the rest of his offensive game.
It's 7 straight seasons for Anthony Davis where he's had 2 blocks or more per game. Smitty, elite rim protector.
He is, B.A., and everyone in the league knows it. Every block he gets, he also changes shots. He also has guys deterred from even attempting a shot. All players on offense, they are aware of Davis's shot blocking ability.
Ride to the store, my friend. Okay. So you say you're good, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Basketball.
This is basketball. It's not real.
What's the first
Right.
one?
What you go down looking at?
Oh, I got this.
Boy, one trend we've seen over the years in the NBA, Grant, is an increase in the number of possessions per game.
And NBA, that's by design. You know, back in the early 2000s, the NBA wanted to speed up the game. They took away some of the physicality in the game. And as that happened, it coincided with the embracing of the three-point shot. And so now the pace is picked up. It's more up and down. It's exciting to watch. I think for the players, they enjoy playing this style of basketball, and that has contributed in large part to the number of possessions growing and increasing as it is in today's game.
Never been as fast, never been as skilled as it is right now in the NBA. Very true.
Set him up, he'll knock him down. Tyler was drafted largely for that dead-eye jumper.
against James. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Kendrick Nunn. That's his first foul of the game. Kuzma's checked in for Anthony Davis. Robinson, he's checked in for Miami. Dragic comes in for Nunn. Pass to Kuzma. Here's Caruso. A clock at 6. He takes it in. And he buries that one. Back to him and in.
And there's really no such thing as a safe lead. I mean, this is still anyone's game.
Hero outside. Adebayo sets a screen. Hero no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. James against Robinson. Shot's good by James. James has got 6 in the quarter.
Adding to this lead, he's been dependable and consistent at the offensive end.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clock. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. And the basket by Dragic.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Robinson against James. 1 second left.
Great body control and the long reach. Bam Adebayo was all over that shot.
And we finished off one half of play. The Lakers on top. They're up by 8. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show. Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Teddy the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
The story has been the versatility of Giannis, his ability to dominate in every statistical, mephistical, ballistical category. He's the gold standard for the positionless basketball.
Looking at Miami, Shaq, your thoughts?
I was unimpressed with it. Very unimpressed with their offense. You know, guys seem to be going through the motions, not cutting, not hustling. They failed to get back into a great offensive rhythm. They need to step it up big in the second half to cut into this lead.
Yeah, keep your phone on because I might call you and tell you turn on the light. And I'm going to turn the light on now, but I might call you and tell you open the gate.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. You know, LeBron James has been exceptional here, guys.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left to this one. The Lakers in the lead. LeBron is the 3 with Davis in at the 4. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And it's Drummond in at the center spot. That's the Laker 5. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Duncan Robinson.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
All right, a guy like Caldwell-Pope, it seems the less you ask him to do, the more he delivers.
So true. I mean, when he doesn't have to carry an offensive load, he's a much more efficient player. He's that wild card factor for this team. He's learning what his limits are and how to play to his strengths.
And he knocks down the first one. And And that's good as he hits both shots. And Grant, you won 2 college titles at Duke, a Hall of Fame NBA career. Now, does it bother you that you never won an NBA title? Be truthful.
Yeah, man, you would bring that up. Yeah, it definitely bothers me. I played 19 years in the NBA and never got a chance to play on that stage in the NBA Finals, let alone win an NBA title. Having tasted what it's like to be a champion twice in college and with USA in 1996, one of my big regrets is never having that opportunity to experience that on the NBA level. And some people questioned Butler when he chose Miami over the 76ers. Many thought he wasn't going to a contender. It turned out Butler knew exactly what he was doing.
Take a break. Take a break. Pre-shot.
He's off on the first. Thinking of Butler in Miami, in hindsight, it was an obvious fit.
Yeah, B.A., the competitive culture of Miami blended in with Jimmy Butler. I mean, it was a match made in heaven, and Butler has been nothing but fantastic as he's elevated this team.
Good on the second one.
What you have with Jimmy Butler is a guy who can guard 1 through 4, and sometimes even the 5.
Davis. And it's Miami with a rebound. Adebayo's got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Oladipo. Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute played. Great positioning on the putback.
A tireless worker. You don't have to call plays for Adebayo for him to score.
James against Butler. Knocked away. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Oladipo, left side. That one goes in.
I love how Jimmy Butler let the play develop, how he's learned to trust his vision.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Oladipo. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Pass to James. Over Butler. And again, the Lakers, no good. Miami trailing.
I can see he's pressing a little now, trying desperately to help them shrink this deficit.
Here's Caldwell Pope. And we're just about 2 minutes into the 2nd half now. And here's Schroeder outside. And again, the Lakers, no good.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
His rhythm has been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Now, here is James. 16 points for him.
Ooh.
Shoot from the baseline. Ariza pulls down the board. Ariza's got his 5th rebound in this one. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Oladipo against Schroeder. And he makes it.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Outside Schroeder. And that'll be Los Angeles ball as it goes out of bounds. Lakers able to keep the possession. And the Heat making a change here. Dunn's checked in. Third quarter here. 3 minutes have come off the clock.
I'll tell you what, he's been off target all night, and his teammates have had to rally.
Here's Butler. This for the tie. And he lays it in. Butler's got his second bucket on the night.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to Horton Tucker. Outside Schroeder. Sinks the tree.
It's enough to where you have to respect him. Had one triple in the first half, now has his second.
Adebayo with it. Oladipo outside. Adebayo sets a screen. Oladipo finds Adebayo. Back to Oladipo.
Okay.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Driving inside. Pass to Drummond. Out to the right wing. Here's Horton Tucker. Goes back up. Drummond with the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 5.
What makes Drummond a great rebounder, not just the size and athleticism, it's his tremendous anticipation.
And the Heat with some changes. Iguodala's checked in for Ariza. Hero comes in for Oladipo. And Dragic is subbed in for none.
The wheels have come off a little bit leading up to this timeout. He is taking some low percentage shots, and it's killing the flow of their offense. More motion, more ball movement, that should lead to better looks for him and for the entire team.
Now here's Iguodala.
What a play by Anthony Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nope, not on my watch.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Well, when you watch Anthony Davis play, Grant, he just moves like someone only half his size.
Think about this, BA. He has the gait and quickness of a guard. And of course, everyone knows that he was a point guard well into his high school career. But he grew almost a foot in a few years and became the player he is today.
No good on the free throw.
What I love about AD, he doesn't just have a well-rounded game. He's elite at both ends of the floor.
And the second free throw is good. Dragic with it. Outside Butler. Dragic outside. Launches it. Can't hit that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. At one point, they led by 16.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Solid at fighting through contact. I like how Kuzma accepts these challenges and converts.
Pass to Iguodala. To win the run. Drops in the 3.
Hey, you leave him open, he's going to make the defense pay for that level of disrespect.
Los Angeles has gotten only one three-pointer to fall here in the third. 5 attempts. Davis with a screen on Dragic. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. There's 21 seconds left in the third quarter. Adebayo sets a screen. Here's Caruso. Fires for 3. That one doesn't drop. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Miami trailing. Setting the floor for Miami. They've got Victor Oladipo, Trevor Ariza out there with Duncan Robinson. And then it's Goran Dragic. And it's Adebayo in at the 5. Oladipo outside. Rebounded by the Lakers. James has got 5 rebounds tonight. Adebayo with the rejection.
Strong sense of timing and awareness. Bam, sent that shot away.
For 3, Oladipo. Rebound by the Lakers.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Here's Kuzma, and he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
It's so close on the finish. I mean, it could have been a 3-point opportunity.
And he drops the first.
One of several late first-round steals in the 2017 draft, Kuzma has a higher ceiling than many scouts anticipated.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Davis. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
And they've been so much more aggressive drawing the whistle here in the second half.
Miami has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Dragic finds Adebayo. Back to Oladipo. Pass to Adebayo. And here's Oladipo. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Talk about making halftime adjustments. You love what they're doing with him now offensively.
James passes to Drummond. Back to James. Driving in. And rejected. Oladipo outside. Uses the glass on the layup. Oladipo's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Look how Oladipo can move. Gets down inside with such speed.
The Lakers in the lead. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Outside Schroeder. Sinks that one from the post.
He has a wiry frame, but he's stronger than he looks. Schroeder, unafraid of contact, able to complete the play.
Now here's Adebayo. Now Dragic. And here's Oladipo. 6 to shoot. For 3, Robinson. Rebounded by Kuzma.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
Outside Schroeder. Over Dragic. Schroeder can't get it to go.
Trying to take advantage of soft defense. He might have gotten over-eager.
Pass to Ariza. And here's Oladipo. Dragic outside. Driving to the basket. The Lakers have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Now here's Schroeder. Inside. Here's James. Lays it up and in off a pretty assist. And the Lakers lead by 7.
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
Oladipo outside.
Man, at what point do you blame the play calling more than the player?
Schroeder against Dragic. Yep, count it.
So slippery. He was probably one of the more underrated ball handlers in the league.
Time called here. The Heat decide to talk it over. And this late game timeout, getting a breather here. Important for the players to recharge. This is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with some Gatorade. Time now to present our New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
The incredible display of shooting, just absolutely pure out there tonight. I mean, really able to maintain a high percentage by picking and choosing solid shots, all while outsmarting and outworking the defense.
And you know, this home arena really appreciates this guy. And it's clear that he takes pride in playing his best in front of them. And here are the Heat now. They trail by 9. Adebayo sets a screen.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Here's James. Ariza pulls down the board. Ariza's got his 6th rebound on the night. And here's Butler outside. Lays out. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Butler. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
That should really give him a jolt. I mean, nothing like a rejection to light a fire under you.
The Lakers have got 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. There's a minute 54 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. James passes to Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with a 3.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Pass to Oladipo. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Tries to snap the cold streak. Oh, rejected by Drummond. Here's Caruso. Here's Caldwell Pope.
Here's
Drummond. Out to James. Pass to Caruso. There's the drive.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Heat shooting just 38%. Their offense not where they want to be. Here's Debo. Offensive rebound. Oh, Drummond with a block.
Andre Drummond with the wingspan of 7'6". It's going to be hard to get it over him.
And Caldwell Pope gets it to go.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
The three, Oladipo knocks it down from distance.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock in the game. Pass to James. And he banks in the layup.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away. Wonderful play. With that long wingspan and huge hands, Adebayo catches and finishes with ease.
And so it's the Lakers with the W. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
And now we have Allie LaForce standing with the player of the game. Allie, take it away.
LeBron, you've accomplished so much in this league. How have you been able to sustain it for so long?
You know, it's only a select few. It's not many who make it to this point. And I will never take the game for granted. That's why I try to give everything I can till I can't give no more. And I've been around some great players, great coaches, great organizations. And for me to have this opportunity right here means a lot, and I'm very humble.
Well, you're a sponge for knowledge, and you have a great work ethic, and it's been fun to watch. Thanks, LeBron.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Steve Smith, I'm Brian Anderson. Thanks for joining us tonight. So long, everyone.
That was a great game.
I'm digging the accent. I got a baby Simon on me, and she tryna. That's my type of distraction. That's my type. She last. Got my own flow, and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed they sat. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. I swipe they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse. Quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that like Stockton. Just joshing. We spend this holiday locked in. My body got ready.
Watching DC. Yeah. I'll be right now. Hi, and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. You can't wait to get. Okay. Some NBA action going. Hi everyone, this is Kevin Harlan with Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, our sideline reporter. David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Hey Kevin, thank you very much. What a great comeback story for Derrick Rose. His resilience over the years of injuries has been rewarded. He says everybody struggles. People pretend like they don't. My down days were on TV, so I couldn't hide. The whirlwind I was in, I always stayed calm. I think that's just part of who I am. It's my character. Kevin?
Good insight there, Dave. Thank you. So the New York starting five. Barrett and Randall up in the forward positions. Reggie Bullock is out there with Rose. And it's Gibson in at the five, roaming the bench. And for Washington, big man on the floor for him, it's Hachimura and Bryant. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Avdia in at the three.
Teams have dynasties. The 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there?
That's a great question. With the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics. Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have, man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. First one falls for him.
And when you think about being fashion forward, Russell Westbrook's fearlessness extends to his game day outfits.
Well, bro, come on, Jay. Russ lives by the motto, why not? I mean, the same reckless abandon we see on the court, it's reflected in his clothes.
So he picks up just one from the line that time.
The guy I view as the ultimate competitor. Westbrook's effort level is second to none, and it lifts his entire team.
Now, here's Bullock. Now, here's Rose. Pocket 6. He gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Here's Westbrook. He's off on that one. Rose with some nice D. Now, here's Bullock. He's covered by Beal. Bullock, good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
See, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Really left him on that.
He stayed in the Bills game. All he needs is a little separation. And his 3-guard can.
Over in the corner, Randall. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. The pass to Hachimura. Westbrook against Rose. Here's Hachimura. The kick out to Westbrook. Abia. Beal from long range. It's rebounded by Barrett. Driving the lane, and Barrett slams it in.
And with this kind of momentum behind him, Barrett, a terror. Love seeing him hammer it home.
Westbrook surveying the D. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For New York, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Randall outside. Passes it to Rhodes. And the 3 off target. Wizards trail by 3. Pass to Beal. There's the triple. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
This is Bill's game. A fantastic catch and shoot. He wastes no time in getting it out of his hands.
Randall kicks the Bullock. Back to Randall. New York needs to get off a shot. And here's Rose outside. The next rebound. Fires the 3. The shot will not go. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. There's Beal with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Gibson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside Rose. Pass to Gibson. Shoots over Beal. Shot's good by Gibson. Here's Beal. He's got 6. Hachimura setting the pitch. Beal into the lane. It's good. Beal's got 8 points.
He's got the hot hand right now. As long as he can keep getting open, they've got to keep feeding him.
Group getting ready for the Wizards. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Davis Bertans comes in for Hachimura. Raul Meadows checked in for Avdia. And it's Ish Smith in for Russell Westbrook. For New York, they've gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. And that's a foul called on Bradley Beal. That is his first foul of the game. On the pass to Barrett. Noel, a screen on Beal. Barrett. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
The number 3 pick back in the 2019 draft, RJ wanted to play for the Knicks. He knew it wouldn't be easy with all the turmoil last season. Boy, was that an understatement.
And he knocks down the first one. And you know, Greg asked Barrett, he said he felt better prepared for the glare of the New York media after his one season at Duke because, you know, playing there is in the national limelight. You're on a star-studded team.
Yeah, I mean, playing with Zion Williamson, Cam Reddish, and Trey Jones, the Knicks could use a little more star talent, though, if they're going to turn the corner.
That one misses.
Born in Toronto, Barrett joins a talented group of Canadians who have entered the NBA ranks.
And it's Smith missing. The Knicks with the lead. Quickly. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For New York, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And the first one drops. So he gets them both.
Well, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through the post.
Barrett against Beal. Over Barrett. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. Beal's got 10 points.
Well, he's smart at taking what he sees. When you give Beal this look, he jumps all over.
Robinson up top. And there's the feed to Barrett. And they called a foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Hey guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
They've been effectively aggressive here in the first half, driving to the hoop with authority and getting a lot of their points right at the rim.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
And that one misses. And one of the premier floor spacers in this game now, Bertans, Gray presents a matchup nightmare.
I mean, no one can challenge his shot. He's 6'10", has that high release and can hit it from 30 feet. 2 years in a row now, he's been over 42% from range. And the scary part is he's starting to round out the rest of his game.
And so it's New York with it after the basket by Washington. Robinson kicks to Barrett. Stolen. 2 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Beal drives in. Robinson with the block. Barrett with the ball. It's up a three. That shot is over. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Knicks lead by 1. They'll be back shortly, live from Washington. And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon the joys of playing at home.
Yourself, being in your own comfortable setting, and then an arena packed full of your own fans rooting and cheering you on. That's constant motivation and just energy, that puts us into this mindset that we have to win at home.
Gray, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
In that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
You have a favorite matchup besides just keep pounding it in there.
Big men on the floor for him. It's Hachimura and Bryant. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Abdia in at the small forward. That's the 5 on the floor for the Wizards.
Playing soft, often. You might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jump.
When you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good credit for the game?
I think so. I think most guys want to win. They understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thank you and good evening. The Knicks made changes in coaching and the front office since the start of last season. But the question is, can they move forward? Their last winning season was back in 2013. Amidst the frenzy that is the media in New York, they'd like to make headlines going forward for all the right reasons this time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Out of bounds, Washington takes possession. Wizards making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Toppin, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Washington has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. It's Westbrook with the drive and finished off by Westbrook.
Showing muscle. I love how Westbrook takes on all comers when he's trying to score.
Passes it to Bullock. And no kicks to Rose. And no passes to Bullock. Back to Randall from past the arc. The shot, no good. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And here's Avdia. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him.
Lopez is terrific on the offensive glass. I love seeing him use his long arms to ball in the court.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Randall outside. Hits the purpose. That's to Rose. Right on the clock. And it's there on the triple. Wizards leading by 4.
Yeah, and Derrick Rose. He said load management had been around back then, but still be in Chicago.
And here's Rose following Russell Westbrook's 3. Bird finds Randall. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Wizards.
Still plenty of time for him to contribute in this game, but it's a tough stretch he's going through. And Derrick Rose, the youngest ever MVP in 2011, and it was the subsequent year that he sustained that first knee injury. If you think back, he's playing over 40 minutes a night on a regular basis, and their team had 2-hour practices, tough ones, on off days. And so how can you keep up that type of demand on your body? Teams now tend to be more cautious with the burden they put on players.
So for the Wizards, Travis Bertans checks in for Avdia. Raul Neto comes in for Beal, and Smith subbed in for Russell Westbrook. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done different, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of them.
Yes.
Smith outside to the paint. Here's Lopez. He's been up and in off the prettiest hits. Lopez has got the lead up to 11 now for the Wizards.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Now Rose. And he drives in. Barrett wide open. He fires. Buries it from three-point range. Barrett's got 8 points.
Well, Rose will generate points in any situation. Henry does it by beating a wide open man.
Hachimura kicks to Smith. Back to Hachimura. And that one is good. Hachimura's got his first basket of the night.
Not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Smith against Rose. Here's the floater. Shoots the three. Hachimura grabs the miss. Hachimura's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
There's 21 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Knicks trail by 10. Now here's Rose. The three trains it from beyond the arc. 5 points in the game. And so it's Washington, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. New Orleans, you guys had a tough time stopping their offense in the first half. What do you have to do differently?
We got to protect the paint. They can't waste too many easy baskets. Not such communication on front of the post, and just communicating a lot more.
We'll see if those changes stick. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Bradley Beal had it going on in the first quarter. He had 12 points and 2 assists. And taking a look at the Wizards, Shaq, what you think?
They had a little bit of intimidation factor tonight. They attacked the glass with a lot of energy. When you get an opponent on their heels, you got to keep attacking.
And over to Kenny. Your thoughts on the Knicks' first half?
Their three-point shooters struggle to get into a rhythm. It's a mental thing. You start clanking them, and your teammates start. It's contagious. Now, percentage-wise, shooting in the low 30s, it's not horrific, but it's not great. And they have to improve their accuracy from deep in the second half, or they're going to have a hard time coming back.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And we've got third quarter basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. It's been quite a game for Bradley Beal.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. On the court for the Knicks. Barrett and Randall up in the forward positions. Reggie Bullock is out there with Derrick Rose. And it's Gibson in at the 5.
Now that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that way.
And what scouts loved about Hachimura, physically he came in NBA ready.
6'8", 230, shows excellent strength. Also, he's relatively late to the game. He's really never developed any bad habits. That's why he was able to come in.
Here's Gibson. After the made shot from Bradley Beal. Back to Rose. Tried to shoot. A turnaround jumper. Westbrook pulls it in.
A good job by him on the glass here tonight. +8 in that department.
Outside Beal. Westbrook with a screen for Beal. Off target from 3-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now here's Gibson. Here's Randall. And it's Bullock in the corner. Beal with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Beal's running. Knocked loose. Knicks trail by 9. Pass to Barrett. Over in the corner, Rose. Bullock with it. Gibson looking it over. Back to Bullock. Shot clock at 5. 3-pointer. Angle no good.
And I thought that was going to fly. It's good from here.
Outside Westbrook. Inside. Here's Hachimura. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Hachimura's got the lead up to 11 now for Washington. Rose dishes to Gibson. Angle outside. Go inside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
That's just a strong upper body. Randall converts through contact. Now he's going to go to the line.
And a physical presence is former Kentucky Wildcat Julius Randle. But he's got some mobility to go along with it, able to move and attack in transition.
Robin Lopez is checked in for Hachimura. Then for the Knicks, Robinson comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Burks in for Reggie Bullock. That free throw good for Randall. You know, people have talked about Julius Randle's game. He's a power driver, isn't he? And the guy just bulldozes all the way in.
I like that phrase, Kev. You know, very fluid for his size. Pretty good ball handler and passer. I think his shooting is where he's still filling in the gaps.
It's only a matter of time until this 3-point shot comes back to him. He knocked down 2 threes before halftime. Nothing so far here in the second.
Now, here's Burks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The kick out to Rose. And there's the try. New York, no good that time either.
He has shot them in the foot with his inability to make shots tonight.
Outside Beal. And here's Westbrook. He's got 9. Over in the corner, Avdia. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Avdia's got his first 3 points of the game. And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for New York. Knicks trail by 11. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we know that for years the NBA has thought about a postseason play-in tournament with more teams and fans involved. Last year's pandemic stoppage basically necessitated its implementation. For the NBA, the disruption of business as usual enabled innovation and risk-taking. Too voluntary, but it was Albert Einstein who once said, in the midst of every crisis lies great opportunity. Guys, back to you.
You're right. Thank you, David. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Bad shot selection, as well as some bad luck. That's not going to help him score points.
Gafford's checked in for Lopez. Albus Bertans comes in for Thomas Bryant. And Raul Neto subbed in for Avdia. Noel passes to Robinson. It's Barrett on the wing. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
The energy Barrett plays what puts defenders on their heels. He's really good at forcing the opposition's hand.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Washington.
They base their offense around the three-point shot. That was the right move. It's been a huge weapon for them all game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
And that one falls for Barrett. And he makes the first, but misses the second.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Here's Gafford. Tipped away and stolen by Noel. And a fast break now for New York. It's good, and the Washington lead is cut down now to just 10 in the basket from Barrett.
And credit Barrett for his ability to be in control. Nice job keeping his composure there.
At the elbow, it's Robinson. Out left to the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Quickly. That 3 off the mark. Wizards leading by 10. Outside Westbrook. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals. 5 for 8 in the game.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
It's Robinson, top of the key. He kicks it to Barrett. Brooks against Westbrook. Here's Robinson, and finished off by Robinson.
An exclamation point on that slam. I mean, think about it. The big guy knows a thing or two about the highlight.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Beal drives in. 2 points. That one goes. Beal's got 16 points.
It was graceful on the drive. Clever at finding ways to run the defense.
Beal against Barrett. Quickly. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. He's got 8. And so it's the Washington Wizards in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage for the has been terrific. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, you see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Wizards leading by 9. Big men on the floor for him. It's Hachimura and Bryant. Smith is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Althea in the small forward position. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And Gibson kicks for Randall. No good on the 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Bryant with a screen on Burks. Smith drives in. Here's Hachimura. Tries again. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Rose dishes to Gibson. Randall outside. New York moving it around. Takes a 3. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 3rd assist on the night. Wizards have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. Here's the pass to Hachimura. Back to Westbrook. Back to Hachimura. Smith for 3. The Knicks pull it in. Over in the corner, Rose. No good from outside.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with loose ends.
Outside Westbrook. Here's Bryant, and he makes good on his first shot of the game. Bryant's got his first points in this one.
Tall enough to get a shot anytime he wants. I mean, Bryant has really carved out his role in this team.
Gibson finds Rose. With the drive. And the call falls, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whoever he's facing. And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
And Washington making a change. Beal's checked in. And a switcher also for New York. Bullock's checked in. Rose no good on the free throw. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. And Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. You talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Now Rose. Bradley Beal missing from long range.
And they continue to control the glass.
Hachimura takes to Beal. Back to Hachimura. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
He feels the contact and converts regardless. That type of effort will energize Hachimura's teammates.
And Hachimura's given name, Rui, means fortress in Japanese. And that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength.
And you combine Hachimura's power with that 7'2" wingspan, Greg. He's physically built to succeed in a positionless NBA.
And add to that, Kevin, he's got solid athleticism along with a versatile skill set. Hachimura still needs to work on creating off the dribble, shooting the jump shot with consistency, but with his work ethic, there's a good chance he turns those into strength.
Wizards leading by 11. Outside Westbrook. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
No, they can't do anything about Westbrook tonight. I mean, you tell me how to check him because I don't have an idea.
Now here's Rose. Passes it to Bullock. And it's in there.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Here's Westbrook. At the tip. Knicks trail by 11. Randall passes to Rose. Count it. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
Look at the muscles of Rose right there. I mean, that's just an outstanding job. Accepting the physicality and pummeling his way through.
Now here's Westbrook. Outside Beal. Here's Aldia. And finished off by Aldia.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, the pick working to full effect before the start.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see. Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
Here's Westbrook. And it's Westbrook again missing. Knicks trail by 9. As to Burks from about 16. No good. Shot missing.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him. He knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
Wizards passing it around. Now, here's Abdi. Tee right out. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. And New York making a change here. Barrett's checked in. On the free throw, no good. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New York. 11-point game. Pass the ball from outside the arc. That shot off the mark. And Washington the other way now. Now, here's Abdi. He's guarded by Bull.
Oh, sloppy finish. He was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
And Rose wide open. He shoots. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Gibson.
Straight up effort gets him those points. That's what it's all about on the offensive glass.
Now Westbrook. And so Washington takes the win. Some good competition with the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, maybe.
Yeah, and the first step to becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks, Russell. Congrats on the win. How are you guys able to stay in front down the stretch?
Just trying to be aggressive. Okay, we did a good job of all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game.
Great effort, great ball stands, Russell. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Hart. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.